At 16, I thought my life was over. The world said I wouldn't make it, that I'd be just another statistic. But today, I want to share how I defied the odds as a teenage mother. This isn't just my story. It's proof that no matter how tough life gets, you can rise above it. I never imagined my life would take such a drastic turn at 16. One day, I was dreaming about college and a career, and the next, I was sitting on my bedroom floor, staring at 2 pink lines on a pregnancy test. The emotions were overwhelming: fear, guilt, and shame. What would my parents say? How would I finish school? Could I even be a good mother at my age? For anyone watching who's felt like the weight of the world is on their shoulders, I want you to know something. Your story doesn't end here, it's just beginning. When the news got out, the reactions were brutal. People I thought were my friends stopped talking to me. My classmates whispered about me in the hallways. Even some family members shook their heads in disappointment. I can't count how many times I heard the words, "You've ruined your life." It's hard to describe the loneliness I felt during that time. It was as if the entire world had turned its back on me. But the hardest part wasn't the judgment. It was the self-doubt. I wondered if everyone was right. Was I destined to fail because I was a teenage mom? The first few months after my baby was born were the toughest. My days were a blur of sleepless nights, diaper changes, and trying to keep up with school assignments. I remember one night in particular. It was 3 a.m. and my baby wouldn't stop crying. I had an exam the next morning, but I hadn't even started studying. I sat on the edge of my bed, rocking my baby in my arms, tears streaming down my face. In that moment, I felt like I was at my breaking point. But as I looked down at my child's tiny face, I realized something powerful. This little life depended on me. Giving up wasn't an option. Things started to change when I found support. My high school counselor noticed I was struggling and invited me to join a program for teenage mothers. There, I met other young moms who were also trying to navigate this new reality. It was the first time I felt understood. These women became my lifeline. We shared tips, babysat for each other, and most importantly, reminded each other that we were capable of so much more than society believed. I also discovered resources I never knew existed: a subsidized daycare program so I could attend classes, scholarships specifically for young mothers, and free parenting workshops that taught me how to care for my baby. Little by little, I started to feel hope again. I set small, manageable goals for myself: graduate high school, find a stable part-time job, and start saving money, even if it was just a few dollars a week. Each goal I achieved felt like a victory. I remember the pride I felt walking across the stage at graduation, holding my diploma in one hand and my baby in the other. From there, I enrolled in a community college, taking night classes while working during the day. It wasn't easy. I missed a lot of social events, and there were moments I felt like giving up. But I kept reminding myself why I was doing this. Society often says teenage mothers are doomed to repeat cycles of poverty and struggle. I was determined to prove them wrong. I taught myself how to budget, finding ways to stretch every dollar. I learned to say no to unnecessary expenses and focused on what truly mattered, providing a stable future for my child. And as my child grew, so did I. I discovered strengths I never knew I had: resilience, determination, and the ability to adapt to any situation. Today, I'm proud to say that I've built a life I once thought was impossible. I'm a registered nurse, a homeowner, and most importantly, a mother my child can look up to. Looking back, I realized that being a teenage mother didn't ruin my life. It gave me a purpose I never expected. If there's one thing I want you to take away from my story, it's this: your circumstances don't define your future. You are stronger than you think, and no matter how many times you fall, you can always get back up. If you've ever felt like the odds are stacked against you, I want you to know that you're not alone. Please share this video with someone who needs to hear this message. Let's create a community where we lift each other up instead of tearing each other down. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories of resilience and hope. And if you're a young mom, I'd love to hear your story in the comments. Together, we can inspire the next generation to believe in themselves.